Hi and welcome. In today's class we're going to focus on stretching the upper body, so the chest, the shoulders, biceps, triceps, as well as getting into the hip flexors and the groin. Let's begin by warming up the body with some push-ups. On your knees, you're going to have the thumbs slightly turned in, fingers turned in. Brace the core, bending the elbows. Let the elbows go wide. You might do 4 or 5 like this. And of course, if you can go straight to the toes, go straight to the toes. So once you've done 4 or 5 like that, we're going to do another 5. You can be on your toes or off. So we're just creating some heat in the body. And then coming down to rest. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Setting yourself an intention for the practice today. And always practicing mindfully. All right, to begin, hands straight underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, scoop forward, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, round. 2 more. Come back to a neutral spine. Lift the right leg up in the air. Lift the foot high. Look up. Exhale, knee to forehead. So we're warming up the spine. Inhale, lift up. Look up, lift the foot. Exhale, knee to forehead. 2. Inhale, lift, look up. Exhale. Inhale, lift the leg up. Straighten the leg and take your leg out to the side. Place the foot down so it's about in line with your left knee. Okay, slide the right foot away. Sit the buttocks back, so we're getting into stretching the right adductors. And then take your hands to the right corner. I want you to focus on this left arm. You're feeling a stretch through latissimus dorsi, the shoulder as well. The adductor muscle on the right thigh. Pushing the buttocks back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands back underneath the shoulders and knees together. So we'll do the left side. Left leg lift up, look up, chest up. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, look up. For 2, bring the knee to your head. Last time, lift up, look up. Bring the knee all the way in to touch your forehead. And then straighten your leg up out the back. Take your leg to the side, hold it. Place the foot down. And then you're going to walk your hands over to the left corner, especially stretching the right arm. So not over to the feet, it's more forward and obliquely. So the diagonal. Pushing the buttocks back a little. Lowering the chest to the floor. Inhale, come back up to kneeling, hands underneath your shoulders and knees together. Tuck your toes under, down dog. Straighten your legs. Take a breath in and a breath out. So also we're strengthening the shoulders here as we hold this pose. We're lengthening the backs of the legs, the calf. Relax the neck. And then walking your feet forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins when you arrive. Look up halfway. Exhale, hands to the floor, pull yourself in close. Inhale, lift all the way up to standing, arms above your head. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach both arms up above you. You're going to take the right arm forward and the left arm back. And then meet at the top. So do that 5 times. And then end at the top, like a 12 o'clock position. And then changing. So right arm back, left arm forward. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ending with the arms up. If you were just like, what the heck happened there? It's kind of like patting your head while rubbing your tummy. So it just takes a little bit of coordination. All right, grab hold of a strap. So you might not need a strap, but I'll just show you what to do with the strap. I'm going to place it over your left shoulder. The right arm's going up into the air and holding onto the strap. Left hand back behind you. So that's the grip. If you can, reach back, do that, but you need to be holding on to something. Feet are hip distance apart. You're going to fold forward. So if you're not holding on to something, just pause the video now and go and get yourself a strap, because it's the downward pulling of that right arm, pulling the left arm into submission to the middle of your back. That's going to give you the stretch through the left shoulder. Let's go for 5. Relax the torso, bend the knees a little. Last breath. Inhale, lift your head. Come all the way up and release your arms. Wow, breathing some life into that left shoulder. Circling your arms back and around. And then setting up for the other side. So this time the left arm is reaching up. Bend the arm, take the hand down the middle of the back. And then if you're using the strap, drape it over your right shoulder. Reach the right arm back and you'll grab hold of the strap or your fingers. Inhale, lift up, lengthen the spine. Exhale with a long spine. See how I'm keeping the back relatively straight. To enable that, I've got the knees bent. Then once you're upside down, if you like, you can start to straighten the legs one at a time. So I love these complex moves that have a variety of things going on. So yes, we're stretching the right shoulder, possibly left tricep, but now we're getting into lower back and hamstrings, just as you bend legs alternately. Come back to straight legs, take the toes, the weight into the toes a little more. Now bend the knees, inhale, lift the head, come all the way up to standing, and releasing those arms, losing the strap. Circling the arms around, backwards, forwards, and then coming into standing once more at the top of your mat. Big toes together, thighs engaged, tailbone drawing under, abdominals pulled in, shoulders back and down, breath in, breath out, hands to heart. Inhale, look up. Exhale, touch the ground. Inhale, look forward. Hands down, step the right leg back, put the right knee on the floor. Inhale, reach your arms above your head and then interlace your hands like this behind your head. Take your hands and your elbows over to the left side. So you're in a deep lunge and then inhale, coming out. Exhale, lunging and inhale, coming out. Exhale. Exhale. This time we're going to hold the pose and lean the upper body over to the left side. Keep leaning the upper body to the left, not forward, not back. It's centered and to the left. Inhale, release, arms up. Exhale, hands down, step into down dog, breathe out. Breathe into plank. Breathe out, lower the chest all the way down to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest, Bhujangasana. Exhale, back to knees and into down dog. Step your right foot between the hands, left knee on the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up above your head. Interlace the hands behind your head, bending the arms. So notice my elbows can move independently of my neck and head. So let's come out of the lunge and going into the lunge. Getting ready to hold the pose, hold the deep right knee bend. Lean a little to the right side. So you've got this fabulous stretch down the left side of the body, absolutely getting into the left hip flexor muscles. Chin in a neutral position. Sinking the hips. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release, plant the palms. Step back into your down dog as you exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, this time up dog. Shine the chest forward through your arms. Exhale, down dog. Lower the knees to the floor. And take your knees wide. So pretty wide, feet together. We're going to lift the right arm up and thread the right arm through. So you're face down. A couple of things happening here. You're stretching the front of the shoulder, but you're also getting into those hips, the adductor, the groin. Allowing the buttocks to be pushed back towards the heels, knees really wide. And then just for a little extra stretch, turn your head to the right. So if you turn it to the left, you'll naturally ease out of the pose. You're turning your head the opposite way to your arm. Inhale, come out of the pose. And exhale, we'll just change sides. So this left arm, thread it through. And then lower the chest. So take a couple of breaths to settle into this stretch. If you need to, you could take the knees a little wider. That's going to give you deeper hip opener. And then for the final few breaths, turn your head a little to the left and melt the upper body downwards into the floor. Inhale, coming up. Hands underneath the shoulders. Drag your knees together. Grab yourself a block. You could use one block, you could use two. So our elbows are going to rest on top of the block. If you're using two, it's really nice to take them wide so you've got more of a base. You can do it with one. So elbows on the block, move the knees back. You're going to lower your head to the floor between your arms. So we're opening up the triceps, we're opening up the back, thoracic spine being stretched in a gentle back bend. Thumbs at the neck, the base of the neck. Holding and breathing. I'm going to show you an alternative. If you want to make it a little deeper, you could grab those two blocks and stack them on top of each other. And then that means you've got further for your head to go before it meets the floor. Coming out of the pose, straightening your arms, lifting the chest up, moving the blocks out of the way, and come into plank, holding the plank. Bend the arms, lower the chest. Inhale, slide through, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Lower the knees, lower your chest all the way down to the floor. Stretch your left arm out to the side. We're going to roll to the left side. So take your right leg back behind you. You can rest your head on the floor. And then straighten your legs. Unroll and change sides. Right arm out to the side. Roll to the right side. Bend your left leg. Take it back behind you. And then we're going back to the left side. So we're going to have a go of moving a little bit more quickly, turning this into a dynamic pose. So left arm straight and roll. Come back to the center, quickly swap the arms over and roll. So what are we doing? We're opening up through the chest, the pectoral muscles, the anterior deltoid, the front of the shoulder, and also the spine. So let's do 4 more. Two more. 1 more each side. Coming back to the center, hands underneath your shoulders, push yourself up to kneeling, and exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, lift, shine the heart through and up. Exhale, down dog. Walk or jump your feet to the top of the mat. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, look to the navel. Inhale, rise up, lift your arms above your head. Exhale, hands to the heart. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, sit back in an imaginary chair, take your arms wide, and then wrap your right arm underneath the left. So it's kind of like that make-out pose. Find your palms, Garudasana. Now lift your right heel, lift your right knee, wrap your thighs. So be stable and steady, broadening between the shoulder blades and starting to squat down a little more. Moving the elbows over the knees, you're rounding the body. Can you push the hands further to the floor? Take another breath. Inhale, come up, keep the legs, come all the way up, lift the elbows high, and then open the arms, feet down. Take a breath in, standing on both feet, and a breath out. Let's do the other side. So we're squatting down, taking the arms wide. This time we'll take the left arm underneath and find the palm. So see how my hands are about in front of the face? Try and lift your hands a little higher. Maybe bringing the elbows in front of your face. Left heel up, left knee up, wrap your thighs, and squat. Maybe tucking that left toe behind the calf. Starting to round the body, go lower. Elbows moving forward and over the knees. 2. Moving the hands closer to the floor. 1. With control, come up. Inhale. Open the arms and exhale, feet down. Breathe a sigh of relief. And step your right leg back. So coming into wide legs, Prasarita Padottanasana. Interlace your hands behind your back, lift them away from the buttocks, bend the knees, and then dip forward. One more breath. All right, start to bend your left leg, straighten the right leg. Take your hands over to the left, look up at the ceiling. So it's shoulders and inner thighs. Inhale, come back to the center. Start to bend the right leg, straighten the left leg. Take the hands over to the right, look up at the ceiling. Now we're gonna move from side to side. Take your time. Feeling out this pose. Do one more time each side. And then come back to the center. Release your head closer to the floor. So think about releasing the neck, elongating the torso. And releasing, hands to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower your knees to the floor one at a time. Slide the knees wide and also the feet wide. Come onto your elbows. Breathing in, moving forward. Breathing out, pushing the hip back. So I'm aware today that we're doing dynamic stretches. We're also doing some static ones. So stretching while moving. So it's a functional way to develop the stretch. All right, let's hold. So hips about in line with the knees. And let the knees go as wide as they can, and then find your happy place and breathe. One more. Inhale, come up onto your palms, drag your knees closer together to a more acceptable place, and then tuck your toes under, down dog. Breathe into plank. We're going to do 5 little tricep push-ups. If you want, you can have the knees on the floor. So bending the arms are tucked in. As you come back up, straighten the arms. So that's 2. You can be on your toes if you like. 3, strong core. 4 and 5. Push back up and then lower the knees to the floor. Lower the chest. Take your left arm to a right angle. So your left arm is like this. Roll to the left side. So similar to what we did before, but now we have a bent arm, so you're getting more into the chest. So we work the chest, now we're stretching it again. Unrolling, face down, change arms. So your right arm to a 90-degree angle. Roll to the right side. 5 breaths. And then unrolling, pushing yourself back up to kneeling, and then scoot your legs out in front, taking your legs really wide. So legs are wide. Let's straighten the spine. So I like to take the hands behind me to sit up tall. Flex the ankles, and then move your chest forward. If you can lie straight down, I want you to bring your chest and belly to the floor. So remember your intention, moving the chest forward. Maybe you're just going to keep those hands behind you to prevent this collapse of the chest. Chest is open, lifted, legs engaged. Go as far forward as you can and then stop. Then you breathe. And then you observe your own progression. As you breathe in and out, you go a little deeper. The inhalation, you're consolidating, you're holding the pose. The exhalation, you're releasing, you're softening. Two more breaths. Inhale, look up, lift the chest, walk the hands back in, and we're going to bend the right leg. So right leg bent. Take your elbow to your thigh, and you can hold onto your head and reach the right arm up and over. Or a really nice thing to do is to use the block. So reaching over. Okay, just hold for a few more breaths. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take your right hand behind you and twist. Left hand to the right knee, looking behind you, looking behind you. Now look at your right palm. I want you to press your right palm down into the floor. Roll onto your right knee, lift the hips and reach back. Lower the buttocks and then come back into this side stretch. Left elbow on the thigh, reaching the right arm up and over. Inhale, come up. Exhale, turn that into a twist. So left hand to the right knee, look at your right palm, press it down, lift the hips up. So take a side stretch and then open the chest up, reaching back. And then lowering down, bringing your left elbow to your thigh, or maybe inside the thigh as you reach the right arm up and over. Inhale, coming up. So you're not moving around like me. I'm just showing you from different angles. Left hand over the right knee. Have a look over your right shoulder. Look at that right palm. Press it down. Lift the hips. Reach the left arm up and over, and then open up the chest as you reach back. And lower down. Bring the left elbow to the thigh or inside the knee. Reach the right arm up and over. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, take a twist over the right knee. Palm down, lift the hips, reach back, open up the chest. And lower down. Last one. Elbow to thigh, right arm up and over. And then we're going to hold this one. Holding. So you have an opportunity here, because we're holding, to go a little bit deeper. So the elbow on the thigh or inside the thigh is to help remind you to have the chest open. This is my chest facing down. Chest open. Reaching the right arm up and over. Maybe one hand or both hands will bind the toe. And then if you can, look up. Trying not to let that arm obscure your face. Your right arm is over your ear. Your right knee is facing down. Right buttocks down. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, release. We'll just change sides. So left leg bent, right leg straight. Let's take the right elbow on the thigh and left arm up and over. So your hand can hold your head. Remember the block if you'd like to use that. Putting the block in a position that's going to serve you, be helpful. One more breath. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, take a twist to the left. So your right hand's on your left knee, looking back behind you, over your shoulder. Now look at your left palm. Place your left hand wholly on the floor. Lift the hips, move them forward, roll onto that left knee. Reach the right arm back, open up the chest, and lower down. Right elbow onto your thigh or inside the thigh. Left arm up and over. Inhale, coming up. Left hand down, lift the hips, sweep back, side stretch, open the chest up. And sitting down. Elbow to thigh, left arm reaching up and over. Notice with each revolution or each round, you get more mobility. And there's lots of sneaky additional stretches that we're having here. You're probably aware of what's happening at the hips, side of the body. Lifting the hips, reaching up and over, open the chest. And lowering down, right elbow to your thigh. Come back to that twist. Hips up, open up, lift the chest, shine upwards, and then lowering down. So right elbow to your thigh or inside the thigh. Reach the left arm over your ear and towards your toe. So it's just an intention. It's not necessarily a goal. Just moving towards something. If you've got hold of the toes, no problem. Keep working this left knee down, encouraging it down. Might want to lift. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, release. Let's have the legs out in front. Dandasana, sitting up erect with the spine, palms facing down. We're going to press the sole of the feet into the floor. So press down with the palms, bend your legs, lift your hips, and look back. So you'll feel this stretch in the shoulders, but probably, hopefully, also in the biceps. And I love this because this can be a really tricky muscle to stretch. You know, you've done some bicep curls. How do you stretch this? Now, I want you to have a play around now with where the buttocks is. Move the buttocks closer to the heels, and then you'll feel more of a stretch through those arms. So let's move. 5, 4, go at your own pace, but I'm just providing a kind of count for you. 3, keep the hips up. 2, and 1. Now, as you lower the buttocks, take the buttocks right to the heels. Bend your arms a lot. Wow, now really getting into the shoulders. Bend the arms and hold. And just breathe. Inhale, come up, straight arms. Slide the buttocks back. I'm just going to have some wrist relief. Circling the arms one way and then the other. Coming into kneeling. Turn the fingers back towards your knees and press the whole palm down. We're going to lean back, stretching through the front of the lower arm and the fingertips. Might be a bit of a nerve stretch. Moving forwards and back. And then tuck your toes under. So use your hands to manipulate all the toes, even the little ones. So if you haven't tucked your toes under for a while, that might feel quite strange, maybe even painful. Now I want you to just breathe. Go within and just experience, what are you feeling? And can you manage that? You might choose to keep your eyes closed as you interlace the hands behind your back. Lift the chest, lift the hands high, and then slowly, slowly roll onto your forehead. Top of the head, lift the hips, taking the hands overhead. And release. Hands down, untuck your toes, swing your legs to one side. Coming into head of the cow, Gomukhasana. So let's wrap the right thigh over the left. So I know I said this is about arms and hips as far as inner thigh and hip crease, but we're going to sneak in a stretch for the buttocks. You probably might even be feeling that now as we sit here. If you know where to go with the arms, you can go straight there. If you need an easier option, grab hold of your block, 1 or 2, and place that under the buttocks. That might help you sit like this. The reason why I've got you into this position, apart from having a sneaky stretch through the buttocks, is for the triceps. So right arm up in the air, take the hand down the middle of your back. We have done something similar to this with the strap at the beginning. We're not going to use a strap. I want you to hold on to the elbow and really maneuver that arm to the center line. Can you bring your elbow behind your head? Good. So you might stay there, or you're going to reach your left hand out to the side and then start to lean to the side. Inhale, coming up, and then exhale, arms straight. Hands behind you, lean back, uncross your legs, and cross your legs the other way. So left knee on top. Take the time to get yourself settled. So lots of things going on, but sometimes it's useful just to treat them in parts, like, yes, this is okay. All right, left arm up, hand down the middle of your back, holding onto the elbow tip. See if you can bring the elbow behind your head. I've got a ponytail in the way, but do what you can. And notice, hopefully my chin is not down, I'm not rounded. I'm lifting my head. So if I lean forward, yes, it makes it less painful for the triceps, so if that helps, do that. But ideally, we're moving towards using that head to push the elbow back. Let's stretch the right arm out to the side. Lower the elbow to the floor, just leaning a little more over to the right side. And then inhale, come up. I want you to keep those same legs. Reach the left arm out to the side. So we've got the left leg on top and you're leaning to the left. Right arm, take it over behind your head once more. And now here comes the joy. Keep both hips on the floor. And then see if you can find your hands behind your head. If you're like, holy heck, what is going on there? Maybe it's a little bit too deep. And you could put your elbow on a block at whatever height you like. And breathe, looking up. Where are you feeling this? Where are you not feeling this? So triceps, lats, hip crease, buttocks, lots of places. Let's release, coming out of the pose. Hands behind you, lean back, uncross your legs. Let's cross them the other way. So we've got the right knee on top. Take your right arm out to the side. Left arm up and over behind, and start to make your way to the floor. Right elbow to the floor. So do it in stages. Make friends with your body. It's not the enemy. I always find it interesting when there's classes called things like body attack. I'm like, I don't want to attack my body. I want to love my body. Nurture the body. So if you're going further, or maybe you're already there, with the right elbow on the floor, but keep this left hip down. Breathe. Maybe you think this is body attack right now. But I want you to feel that you're nurturing the sensations with your calm, centered breath. And release, coming out. Wow, let's get those legs out of there, lying on your back. Happy baby pose. A little bit of a rest. Holding onto the feet or the ankles. Use your elbows, if it's available, to push your knees out wide. And then taking your hands to your inside of your knees, straighten your arms and use your hands to push your knees wide. So not with the arms bent, not holding the feet in. Let the feet drop away, rocking from side to side. So once again, that stretch with movement, and just have a little bit of a wiggle, like you're a bug taking your last movements on your back, last moments of life. And then reach down, grab hold of your ankles and rock yourself up to sitting. Soles of the feet facing towards each other or upwards, even better. Hands behind you to sit up tall, and then maybe staying there or reach down, grab hold of your feet and move the chest forward and forward. Breathing. Coming up, hands on the outside of your knees, bring your knees together, taking a moment and starting to lie on your back. So getting yourself comfortable. Preparing for a final twist. Let's bring the left knee into the chest and take the knee over to the right. Turn your head to look to the left. So with each breath, you're trying to bring your left shoulder to the floor and your left knee to the floor, however they're going in opposite directions. Feel the lower back release. Then untwisting and release. Changing sides, right knee in. Take your right knee over to the left side and then turn your head to look to the right. Breath, left knee gets a little closer to the floor, right shoulder stays down. Untwisting. Both knees to the chest for a squeeze. And then legs out in front, Shavasana. If you'd like to have a longer Shavasana, I encourage you just to pause the video right now so the next ad or video doesn't start playing. If you're about to finish your practice, then come to a seated position with me. Facing up. So ideally you would stay in this meditative state of mindfulness for another 5 to 15 or longer minutes. Taking a breath in, reaching the arms up above your head, palms together. Exhale, bring the thumbs to the third eye. Fingers to the lips. And hands to the heart. Namaste. Thank you. Enjoy your day. Thank you. If you have suggestions for other videos and yoga classes you'd like me to take you through, please comment below. See you later.